My name is Bob van Dijk. I'm 25 years old and I'm your local guitar technician here at the Guitarshop. I would say the guitar has been a part of my life for over 10 years at this point. I started playing guitar when I was 15 and also started fixing guitars when I was 15. I always refused to have my instruments repaired, and every time there was something wrong with my instrument I was like, oh, I think I can do this myself, having a fair bit of background in electronics and that sort of thing. And that sort of spiraled out of control, and I'm at a place where I fix guitars, rebuild guitars, build guitars, and do everything in between. A few examples of my work would be most things about the guitar. Everything from a fret job to a refret to a headstock crack to a complete neck crack, replacement of, for instance, a truss rod, refinish, finish repair, anything you can probably think of and I can probably do it. A process that's fundamentally very, very interesting to me is finding out not that things work, but how they work, which is something I've done in lots of different fields, but mostly in guitars, just figuring, for instance, out how a pickup works, and most importantly, how I can build a pickup myself to get the sound I want, and what specific specs of a pickup sound like what and why does it sound like that. And that's something I found particularly interesting. I think about 7 or 8 months ago I made my first couple of pickups, and me being me, I decided that to build my own machine to wind pickups, and it's been working ever since. I've been winding pickups for like 8 months now. I've been working at the Guitarshop for a little over 6 months now. What I really enjoy about the Guitarshop and what drew me to the Guitarshop in the first place is the fact that number one business priority is not having the cheapest guitar on the market, but helping someone to their right instrument, picking out the instrument that's right for them, and if there's something wrong with that instrument, repairing it. The amount of craftsmanship in the Guitarshop specifically was astonishing to me, especially compared to some larger chains, for example, where they just cannot give you the attention that they give you here, we give you here. Well, we work here with a very small team in the Guitarshop, obviously, and I must say, coming from a fairly large company and working with different people every day, you can feel that the people here are much closer to each other than they would be in a very large company in which I worked previously. The handful of guitars that I own I've built myself. For example, the most recent guitar I built was a Jazzmaster, specifically one with vintage specs, a vintage fretboard radius, vintage inlays, sort of very much a vintage correct one. Another thing that I do is restorations as well. For instance, one of my favourite guitars, which is a guitar brand that is sort of a guitar brand that I really enjoy, is the brand of Egmond that was made in the 1960s here in the Netherlands, which is why it is special to me. The guitars were very, very cheaply made, with basically about, I'd say, 4% of the cost what a Fender or a Gibson would cost at the time. So they were very low quality instruments, but they have their unique vibe and their unique feel, and that's something I really enjoy. So I've restored, I'd say, about 5 of them. I very much enjoy modifying guitars, so any guitar that I have, I probably have modified something about it. For instance, I own a Tokai Love Rock, and what I did, I basically tore it all down, took all the electronics out of it, and made it vintage specs. So sort of the electronics that are now in there are equal to like a Gibson custom shop Les Paul, because that is a sound that I wanted. I wound my own PAF style pickups, put all the correct electronics in, and it sounds like an absolute beast. If anybody wants repairs on the guitar, customization on the guitar, or anything to make the guitar more uniquely theirs, please come find me. I can really help you with that. I'm situated at the Guitarshop in Apeldoorn, and we're open from Tuesday to Saturday. You can find us, we're open 5 days a week. Feel free to inquire via email or call us, and we can work something out together. The process of helping somebody from an idea to something that they concretely want is something that I really enjoy doing, so definitely give us a call.